Pranam Swamiji. Today is 14th of August and tomorrow is 15th August, our Independence Day. And we have Har Ghar Tiranga, and this flag hosting is being done. And we everywhere the flavor of patriotism is there. And when we remember Swami Vivekananda, he is a patriotic monk. And in one of his quotation, he said that renunciation and service are our national ideals. How is it applicable even in present day, and how we should interpret it and practice it in our daily life? Could you please guide us in this regard, Swamiji? Over to you. Thank you.
See, tomorrow is the 15th August, Independence Day. See, after independence and before independence. Before independence, we are subject, Praja. King is there, rulers is there, but we are the Praja, subjects. So what is the relation? Rulers takes from us, we also take from the ruler. That is the relation. Take from rulers and subject, we also takes from the king. So we call the subject Raja. After independence, our status is we are the citizen of India. We are not the subject Praja. So when we are the citizen of India, it is our duty to give to the government how much. Tendency is give and take. How much will take? How much will take from the king? That attitude, that nature of the mind is still there. Being a citizen is that you are the protector of the government. So your part, not to take much, you have to give. But tendency has not gone. That tendency is taking and looting is going on in the country. That is why that in one place, in a great manner, one scholar has written, today we are entered the 75 days of tomorrow, of course, their independence. This India should have gone very high level if they understood the true meaning of the citizen. Even though we have reached a higher level in socio-economic condition of the country, but it would have been far, far better and far, far better if our every citizens of India understand the true meaning of the citizenship. But that nature, just like a praja, only taking, giving, that tendency is there. So that has not, even today, they are not able to live it. So they try to understand that our situation completely changed when you are dependent and when you are independent. They are only service to give how much you can give, not the question of how much you can take. Take from whom? Your government. How country will proceed? If you always take without giving, you do too much giving. Just like a father unconditionally give to his son. So this India, that nature is there, Swamiji observed. So what is the spirit? How much seva? And that freedom fighter has shown what is the true meaning of the citizenship. Freedom fighter, what he shown? He has renounced everything. And whatever they have given, they have given the blood. So they have given beautiful definition. What is the meaning of true citizen of India? First, that renounce your personal thing, interest. And renouncing your personal interest to give to the country, give to your country. That is the question of true citizen. But instead of that, even though 75 years over, because of the lack of the true principles, our mindset has not changed. We are other way, sense of a looter. We are looting our own government, giving less, nothing at all, sometimes less work, more money. And sometimes that we think we are double the time, we give more. If work 8 hours, if you work 18 hours, I can give more. But you can earn more. That is the tendency. But here, a man can be judged by his not quantity of the work, but quality of the work. See the freedom fighters, their work, dedication, action, quality of the work. Not quantity of the work. There is a great difference between ability and nobility. Ability you have increase the quantity of work, quantity of possessing, doing, quantity, not quality. Quality depends upon your nobility. What is your nobility? If you have an ideal in the life, then you have a nobility in the life, and quality of the work will be there. And most people today, you see, we have no ideal. That is why only quality, a quantity, ability, that will not work. A person who has an ideal, he will never compromise with the quality of the work. Fear of ideality. This is the ideal of the life. So, persons, unless they have an ideal, they cannot have the quality of the work. And there is no question of renunciation and service. So, why we are not able to do it? Because our own nature, selfishness. So, where is the renunciation and service shown in your life, exhibited through the freedom fighter? What Swamiji told, 100% truth. The spirit to the come, to take the nation to the highest level. These two things, what freedom fighter has done. But we are only calculating mind, only ability. And we need quantity. not quality. So, unless you have an ideal in the life, moreover, love for the ideal, the quality of the work that will satisfy inside also. Ability may not able to satisfy you inside, but nobility, quality of the work satisfy. This seva, and without renunciation, other way if you see, without renunciation, there is no seva. As Swami Vivekananda, famous quotation, Shiv Gyane Jeev Se, worship man, worship in man. So there you see, unless the renunciation of your selfishness is gone, unless you think he is Shiva, how can you do the seva? A man to man, you can do something that is a charity, that is out of compassion. तो वो बहुत गरीब है कुछ दे दो, ठीक है, charity, compassion, but it will not come to the category of seva. Swamiji, that knowledge, unless you think this poor, downtrodden, I mean the street people, no, there is seva. So I am giving something that is out of worship, that is called seva. But out of compassion, if you give the poor, he cannot eat, I have more money, he can give. That is nothing but a charity. So that is not seva is not there. Seva will be there depending on the attitude. The moment you think that particular sin, the part of the God or God, he is himself God. If this idea come in the mind, then you can do the seva. Otherwise, we call seva, but it is nothing but according to the definition, criteria of the seva, it is not a seva at all. It is only charity. Some kind of charity, helping others. So, unless you have a body consciousness, you have full of body consciousness, selfishness, seva cannot be possible. Unselfishness, able to think you that some God's presence in the others. Selfishness will not allow you to think he is a Shiva inside, because selfishness is such things, doing harm, not allowing to feel that. Unselfishness, renunciation will help the freedom fighter. How they got this kind of courage? Because of unselfishness. Renunciation gave them so courage, fantastic, to face the bullet. No fear at all. That come only unselfishness. Renunciation of my ness, my profit, my loss, my family members, that spirit will not come. So, unless this spirit comes, he cannot do the seva. Because seva is a spiritual discipline depending upon your attitude. Externally, you can see there are so many seva work is going on. But internally, what attitude they are doing this kind of charity, you do not know. They are giving, feeding, yes, month after month. Outwardly it's seen, yes, doing the seva, we call seva. But it is nothing but a charity depending on their attitudes. If it is not there, because the moment it becomes a seva, the man is totally purified. Now, even totally to some extent, he will not do harm to the society. Now, so much of Seva work is going on by different thousands, lakhs of NGOs, other people, and corrupted people cropping like mushroom. Is it Seva? Seva changed their mind. Seva changed their human attitudes, human personality to unselfishness, but in the name of doing a seva, we become corrupted because we have developed more greed, low. So renunciation is essential to do the seva in the right attitudes. If attitude is not there, we call charity is a seva. That is why we see the condition of the country and condition of the person who is doing the charity, who is doing the seva. He is telling seva, but it is nothing but a charity. That is why there are no transformation in their life, in their behavior, in their expression. They more become greed, and greed. Swamiji justified and he has seen as really that is our the national ideal to raise the country as freedom fighter. Because of the British rules habit, taking from the king, taking from the ruler, that habit is not gone. Jitna morji le lo, jitna morji le lo. And now you are the protector of the country. They are not the protector of the country you are taking because they have not given that freedom to feel that this is your country. Now, after independence, you feel your country. So who will save it? That is why they give in the examples. Give unconditionally like Father to our country. So we have to train ourselves to do the seva. For doing the seva, you need attitude. That seva is there. And to bring this attitude, you become unselfish automatically. Otherwise, you're not able to think it is seva. And I'm doing seva, I'm doing, giving him, feeding him, giving him one cloth, poor people. But it is just like a charity. So this is the point, I think, to highlight it. Now you can ask questions. Hello?
Yeah, thank you, Swamiji. Uh, so we have all members here. Any question to Swamiji in this regard? Akhil, Reddy, Puneet, Praveen, Anand.
Swamiji, namaste. This is Puneet.
Yes.
Swamiji, we are your students. आपने हमको हमेशा गाइड किया है, हमें जीवन में अच्छा करने का हमेशा प्रोत्साहित किया है, हमारी गलतियों को माफ किया है.
Hello? Hello?
Thank you.
सुनाई नहीं दिया.
I want to, मैं पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि आप as your students, how should we, what kind of a life would you expect us to live? Would you want us to live?
See, you, as you are practicing, means you are going toward the perfection, nearer to perfection, toward the perfection. So, this renunciation and service, that also will come automatically by spiritual practice, by transforming yourself slowly, 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 that I am not the self. God is everything. I have to love for the God. I have to do. Then you can do everything for the God. So through this practice, you are increasing solidarity and very tremendous faith on God. So that will help you to take this end, a gradual process. I think ultimately it will come one day. The more you practice and you are daily practicing, hearing, so inspiration getting. So slowly, slowly your unselfishness is increasing. Selfishness is decreasing. That much I can tell.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you so much. We'll continue on the path of practice. Thank you so much.
Pranam Maharaj, this is Akhil. Maharaj, I
Yes.
want to ask how the feeling of patriotism and love for the nation can be helpful in our spiritual journey. How can it accelerate or it can be a hurdle for us?
See, those who have sacrificed their life for the sake of the country, that means love for the country. Love for the country, not for the self. If that love is there, they could not have sacrificed. They will fled. डर के मारे भाग जाता था कौन जाए. They are facing a bullet. That power has come because they are unselfish. That I am unselfish and I do for the country. It's a great ideal for the nation. That is a spiritual power. Unless there is a spiritual power, a person cannot be unselfish and derive so much courage to face the bullet. Their love for the country, as a whole, the country, my whole country, and after that, the whole country, the second stage will come. This country itself is a creation of the God. And freedom fighter for love for the country, as you show, they become unselfish and sacrifice their life. That is a great love for the country. That love also is necessary. That love will shift it. No, that is the God's creation. So love for the God. Okay, then.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question? Reddy ji? Anand?
Nam Pranit, Swamiji. Do you think fighting for democracy, to preserve democracy in our country, like our forefathers did during the emergency, is a service to the country? Is it a seva?
See, whatever may be the circumstances force them to renounce. But you take their spirit. Now circumstances make them unselfish. But we should, our own satisfaction, we become unselfish. That is the, as a human being, what is the whose? Whose means what is the Chaitanya, governance, to grab everything, to loot everything. You come from this common point. With a human being, better human beings, you have a awareness, or Chaitanya, discriminating power. We are so educated, we are not able to discriminate which is real and which is unreal. इसलिए क्या होता है, प्रलोभन में गिर जाता है, प्रलोभन. Is it a human beings? Nature of human beings? Is it a true man? True man हुस रामकृष्ण प्रिय है, उसमें चेतन. So if you take this way also, against a renunciation comes, we should not be so greedy. Greed because of the selfishness. So either this way or this way you think, this human goal is to become unselfish, love for the God and get the peace of the mind. Not to, so our education failed to make them unselfish. Our unselfish education helping them to become more selfish and loot others. What we find in the society is this education. That is why Swamiji told, education is not information, it is a transformation. Information you may forget today. You have learned so many things, so many degrees. Oh, so many degrees, you may forget it. But one thing that changes your life, you will never forget. That is transformation.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you. Now
Yes,
we
very,
can
very,
close.
yes, very beautiful,
Very,
Swami ji. Very, बहुत अच्छा बताया आपने, बिल्कुल SDM transformation. One thing we never forget.
SDN.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So, my blessings and love to all who are joined in the meeting.
Thank you, Swamiji.